Well, just to touch back a little bit on the injury, you said, there's been a lot of injuries, and, it's very ironic that it's for beast mode, and apparently you went beast mode, and you, tore Achilles tendon and ended up running even further.
Yeah, we still have to cut the plastic out of the back of it because I can't put a shoe on with any plastic back there just because it's still really inflamed. Yeah, it was funny. Talon was running with me the first day, and we climbed about 5,000 feet. It was straight up concrete on slanted, and I was really running on adrenaline that first day. We had this huge kickoff in San Diego with a lot of emotion, and everyone flew in, and we hadn't slept in a week, so my body was run down. And then I went out there and just hammered so hard, and I probably hurt it, and I was just running through it, not feeling it, and woke up the next day, and I literally couldn't bend my knee, could barely put any weight on it. Still did 44 miles that day through the trails, but I did it all on my opposite leg. So to compensate for the knee, I ended up tearing my Achilles, and then my ankle ended up blowing up on me a few days later. So it was really daunting and depressing when you put so much work, a year and a half of preparation, and I trained as hard as I could possibly train for an event like this, and then the third or fourth day, you're looking at yourself in the mirror like, what happened? I just got hit with a shovel right in the face. And and I know every day that we keep the train rolling, we're raising more money, we're impacting more people, we're inspiring more people, that's what it's all about. And so to potentially have this thing come to an end on the third or fourth day, I mean, would have been devastating. Honestly, man, I would have been in such a dark place. But so we had to figure out what the best option was. And a lot of people were reaching out saying, oh, get on the bike or get in the wheelchair or get on a horse, even one of those. And just, and you talk about those things. But at the end of the day, that's making a conscious decision to take the easy way out, to sort of pull the ripcord. And I know our guys abroad don't have that option. And while we talked about those things, that's not something that I would ever want to do. So we just said we're going to keep walking, and hopefully I'm going to actively recover. So we obviously fell off our pace that we wanted to be on, but quite frankly, it is much harder to walk 30 miles a day through the trails than it is to run. Not even close, especially when you're injured. You're out there for so much longer. It's like you look at your watch, and you look at your watch 2 hours later, and you've got 5 or 6 miles done. It's like the days feel like they're never going to end. But slowly started recovering, and we've had a good team around sort of helping me with all that, whether it's doing ice baths or it's doing Normatec, where it's getting manual work on my body, and slowly started to run a little bit, and yesterday had the biggest day we've had so far, did 59, and that's so awesome. just getting a lot stronger now.
Cool deal.
It's the thing, I have the endurance to be able to run long distances, but does the body hang in there, and that's the thing that's kind of out of your control, and so it's it is insane. It's insane. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, everyone asks you, how do you train for something like this? Like the first 3-4 weeks of what we just did out there is training for the next 2,000 miles. That's the only way. You could never train even close to what we just put our bodies through this first month. And so now having a few days off here to be at these events and, be fundraising and doing all that stuff, hopefully getting a little more recovery in. And then, I finish a lot stronger than we started.